Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokemon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokemon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. Generation 5, Unova, with Black and White and Black and White 2, was the first region to not be based in Japan and instead was based on parts of the USA. It added a hopping 156 new Pokemon, the most out of any generation, and had some insanely powerful Mons for both singles and VGC, like Excadrill, Ferrothorn, and the Jinx, just to name a few, but definitely was the first generation to introduce a lot of power creep into Pokemon. It also added hidden abilities as a mechanic as well as Scald, an incredibly flexible move with good base power and a high chance of inflicted burn, as well as Gems, a series of items that give a once per game 50% boost to a move of its type when used for the first time. Generation 5 also finally removed the defense halving mechanic from Explosion and Self-Destruct, drastically decreasing their raw power. However, none of these changes defined the 5th generation as Weather did. Often referred to as the Weather generation, abilities like Drizzle, Drought, and Sandstream now brought permanent weather into battle, often referred to as Auto Weather, only fading upon a new weather being applied, resulting in many weather wars in almost every single match in Generation 5.
What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Pokemon Prog series. We had a little bit of a break, but we are back now with Gen 5 VGC 2011. And I wanted to kind of break the mold here and not just bring another weather team, because obviously Gen 5 we've already been seeing so much weather. And I think in Generation 4, I'm pretty sure all 4 of my teams that played were weather, because it was rain, sand, and then rain and sun. So I wanted to kind of break the mold here, but I still wanted to have like pretty streamlined strategies for myself. So the first team that we're bringing is a hard Trick Room. As you can see, literally everybody except for Excavalier is running a minus speed nature. And I have 2 different Trick Room setters. I really want Trick Room to go up and then see what we can do after. First and foremost, we have Cavagrigus here. Why did I say it like that? Cavagrigus here. I don't know why, like, the emphasis on Cavagrigus' name, like, I always messed it up for whatever reason, but yeah, Cavagrigus, and running Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, Trick Room, and Protect. So obviously, the only attacking move we have is Shadow Ball, but after a Calm Mind, obviously, Cava is gonna be so tanky, and we're running a Mental Herb as well, so we can always guarantee Trick Room going off. This is mostly here if we're afraid of Taunt or something like that. We have Scrafty with Citrus Berry, Moxie, Fake Out, Bulk Punch, Bulk Up, Drain Punch, and Crunch. So initially, was planning on running an Intimidate Scrafty, but the thing about that is it only comes out in what's his face? In Black and White 2, and I'm pretty sure 2011 format was Black and White 1, but I do like Scrafty running a Mox set as well. I'm more like used to myself in singles running a Dragon Dancer, but obviously because we're running a Trick Room, I don't really want to boost my speed, so instead opting for a bulk up set. Fake Out, obviously, just always good, helps us set up Trick Room as well, like being able to go Fake Out Trick Room, and then threaten 2 setups, even with something like a simple Scrafty cover lead is pretty nice, and then Drain Punch, obviously, giving us HP back, Crunch there just to deal more damage is pretty nice. If we get a KO, we get the boost from Moxie, which is pretty nice, and Citrus Berry there just giving us some longevity. Scrafty does have like pretty good bulk baseline, so looking forward to Scrafty hopefully doing some shower weeping. Then one of my favorite mons out of the entirety of Generation 5 is going to be our second Trick Room setter in Reuniclus. Life Orb Magic card, no really crazy surprises there. You get the 1.5 times multiplier on your attacks without losing health because of Magic Guard. You're immune to burn damage, everything like that. Like, Reuniclus is just great. Trick Room Protect, Psychic, and Energy Ball here. to hit any grass types as well as grounds and rocks. Obviously, something like a Tyranitar won't be showing up today because it's limited to Generation 5 stuff, but still, there's stuff like Terrakion that is obviously very good and very threatening, so I want to have something for that. The other thing that I was contemplating here was Thunderbolt, but unfortunately, Reniculus doesn't learn Thunderbolt, so Energy Ball still, like I said, for stuff like Terrakion still helps with the coverage, but yeah, we're going to have to be a little careful of some flyers, but we do have stuff about that as well. We have Conkeldurr next, Flame Orb and Guts. I have opted, once again, Iron Fist isn't available, so I've just opted for the Guts set, obviously, making Conkeldurr extremely powerful. I have decided to forego Protect entirely and just run 4 moves. Drain Punch, Mach Punch, nothing really crazy there, pretty self-explanatory. Earthquake here as well. We do have Protect on basically all of our other Mons, so can pretty safely Earthquake next to our partners, and Rock Slide here because obviously the Jinns are out, and the Jinns I think are probably the best Pokemon in the format, so being able to hit them with Rock Slide obviously really nice. And there. Then we have Electros, another one of my Gen 5 favorites with Expert Belt, and I'm running Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Volt Switch, and Protect. Electros is kind of like trying to cover forward a lot of the types that I can't hit with my other mons, and obviously like having access to Thunderbolt means we can hit stuff like water types as well as Tornadus for super effective, Flamethrower for steel types, and grass types as well, and then obviously Levitate next to Conkeldurr is really nice because we can spam Earthquake if need be. But there's a bunch of mons that are like pretty good that have either Levitate or, like I said, the Jinns that are obviously flying. So I think that's having like a levitating Earthquake spam strategy is not going to be that compy, but we'll see. And then finally we have Escavalier here. Mecha Ironhead Substitute and Protect Sub is there, mostly if we can set it up on some mons that can't really hurt us. We're also running an Akaberry, obviously for the only proper weakness that we have. It just makes sense. And then I've not opted to run Mighty Speed on Escavalier because it shouldn't matter. It's basically the slowest thing in the entire format. So unless it's an Escavalier mirror, shouldn't really matter. But I like Escavalier. It's a cool Pokemon, I think, and yeah, hopefully it's gonna be able to do some sweeping. As for the other team though, also pretty standard here. I've just opted for a bunch of really good mons and spamming spread moves. So you can see here we have Thunders, we have Tornus, we have Terrakion, we have Amogus. Like we have just a bunch of what I believe to be the single best mons in the entire format. All in one. And for my Thunders, I'm opting to run Charterberry, mostly because I'm afraid of Rock Slide from ones like Terrakion and Crocodile, which I'm expecting to see. Prankster, obviously, incredibly good. We're running a special mode. We have Prankster Sub as well as Prankster Thunderwave, which in Gen 5 still is 100% accurate, which Sub is really nice. And then just running Thunderbolt for in general spam, and then Hidden Power Eyes for obviously the ground types that not resist it, are immune to it. We have Crocodile here as well, running Pokestash, Intimidate, Earthquake Crunch, Rock Slide, and Protect, just opting to spam a bunch of, what's his face? Spread moves. Earthquake obviously being really potent here, because we have 3 of our 6 mons, and that's counting Crocodile. Obviously be immune to it, so that's pretty nice. Having access to Intimidate always really good, so nothing crazy there. Tornadus here is our Flying Gem user, and I'm running Acrobatics, Tailwind, Substitute, and Protect. I'm still running Prankster because I want Prankster Tailwind, but once again, as you can see here, we also have Substitute, Prankster Substitute, and to be able to also scout some stuff. Obviously, it costs us a little bit, but if we can't use Protect, it's still pretty nice scouting out choice users. And obviously, Acrobatics Flying Gem is just a big damage nuke, but mostly Tornadus obviously wants to set Tailwind. Terrakion, Choice Scarf, obviously Choice Scarf and Tailwind. Terrakion should be outspeeding literally everything in the entire format, and then you're going to be messing with 30% flinches from Rock Slide, coming from a stab, Terrakion, Close Combat, Sacred Sword, Earthquake, all here as well. I'm running both Sacred Sword and Close Combat because nothing else really stood out that I kind of needed. The only thing that I was contemplating was running Accessor for Psychics, but apart from Runiclus in a Trick Rune team, I don't really know. Obviously, Jeexx is a big Alakazam fan. Alakazam not in here because oh yeah, I'm realizing I never said it, but 2011 format is exclusively Gen 5 decks, so there are only Gen 5 Pokemon here. But yeah, the only thing that it really helps is though something like Poison Jab doesn't really help with anything except for grass types, and the only grass type that I'm worried about is Amogus. You could argue for Virizion, but I think Virizion is pretty bad, so I felt like I don't need it, and I would rather have the pick between Close Combat and Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword, obviously, here for something like a bulk up set, like my own bulk up Scrafty. Then we have Hydreigon here with Life Orb, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, and Fire Blast, and then just opting for Protect. I've opted for Dragon Pulse instead of Draco, because I think, like, unless I'm running Dragon Gem, I'd rather go for Life Orb and Dragon Pulse to have the flexibility of being able to get a good amount of chip and then be able to also switch moves. If I'm running Draco, I want to be either Specs or Specs or Dragon Gem, and obviously I already have my gem on Tornadus. And as for the specs, like I like the flexibility of being able to switch moves, especially if I'm gonna be something like Hydreigon and Crocodile, because that is gonna be a lot of like flexibility with how I can pick out my moves and just do chip. So I like the flexibility there. And finally, we have Amogus here with a Cobra Berry. Obviously, 90% of the time going to be procced by Tornadus. I'm 100% expecting to see both of the Jins, if not even Incarnate. I think Incarnate is still in here. I didn't really even consider it, I'll be honest, because I think for VGC, I like Thundurus and Tornadus better, and like whereas Incarnate is still good and obviously does hella damage. If I'm picking a ground type, I'd rather go for Crocodile myself just to have access to Intimidate. But Amogus, a very otherwise usual set. Even in Scarlet and Violet, I'm pretty sure the set that all Amogus run is Rage Powders or Protect, and then either Pollen Puff or Giga Drain or Sludge Bomb, which is still already the case in 2011, and I've just opted for Sludge Bomb because I was earlier talking about like the like having coverage for grass types, and while I do have Fire Blast on Hydreigon and I do obviously have Acrobatics on my Tornadus, Sludge Bomb is still nice, and Sludge Bomb is just the most amount of damage, and obviously Pollen Puff isn't a move yet, and I don't value Giga Drain that much here, because there's actually a format, it's quite rare for a VGC format, where I don't expect to see water types that much, just because the Gen 5 waters they're fine, but there isn't anything like actually crazy there that I'm really expecting to see. Obviously it helps with the ground types as well, but still the 30% chance to poison on Sludge Bomb is also very valuable. Obviously the big other thing is not being able to run Regenerator, but we can punish something like a U-turner with the FX Spore, which is still pretty nice. Sorry, a lot of like rambling and yapping from my part. Like I said, it's been a couple weeks since we've last done one of these, so no, I wasn't exactly in the perfect headspace and locked in and doing this. I also recorded this immediately after I got out of bed, so yeah. John's out of the way. Hopefully the games are good now. Hopefully enjoyed the team breakdowns. Hopefully enjoyed Jeexx as well. And afterwards, I'll see y'all in the battle zone.
Okay, so we are playing Gen 5 2011 VGC. As you can see, I'm running some all-stars here. I'm running Terrakion, I'm running Thundurus, and then I'm running some goofy guys like Gothitelle, Conkeldurr, and Escavalier. Largely because of the fact that obviously this format doesn't allow for anything other than Gen 5 Pokemon. So we got some fairly cool mons out here. Thundurus running Charter Prankster, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Flying, Thunder Wave, and Substitute. I'm wondering about Substitute because I feel like I could be running something better like Taunt on this. I don't really know if it's worth running sub. I don't know what I would use sub into. This is like based off of how people were building these things. As you can see by these. These are meant to live certain things. I'm like, I don't know what you're supposed to be living, but fuck it. I'm gonna give it to you because you're supposed to take a hit. Got the top Super Sprays, Frisk, Psychic, Thunderwave, Safeguard, Protect. Terrakion, Choice Curve, Justified, Close Combat, Rock Slide, Sacred Sword. EQ, Hydreigon, Tropical Berry, Levitate, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, Substitute, Protect. This one I think makes more sense to have Substitute on. Because it's gonna be hard to shoot two-shot by pretty much anything. Escapade with Alcaparry, Swarm, Ironhead, Substitute, Protect. Again, sub makes more sense on this because this thing will just explode to a single attack. Lefties on Conkeldurr, Guts, Rock Slide, Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Detect. But yeah. My other team has... Don't look at these, don't look at these. Crocodile, Tornadus, Haxorus, Crafty, Electros, and Golurk. Crocodile with EQ, Crunch, Rock Slide, Protect. Tornadus with Acrobatics, Tailwind, supposed to protect Flying Gem. Haxorus with Choice Scarf, Mold Breaker, Outrage, Dual Chop. EQ, Rock Slide. Wait, this is a Dragon type move? I thought this was Fighting type. That's weird. Scrap through Choppleberry, Moxie, Crunch, Drain Punch, Fake Out, Protect. I want to get this ball rolling. I was considering Intimidate, but then I realized Intimidate is not out yet. Electros with Life Orb, Levitate, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Hidden Power, Ice, and Protect because I don't have a special attacker right now. And then Golurk with Ghost Gem, Iron Fist, Shadow Punch, EQ, Hammer Arm, and Protect. Largely just physical attackers with a little bit of support from Tornadus. You get Taunt, right? Yeah, you get Taunt. I'll just give you Taunt too, because I think that makes more sense. But yeah, that about does it. I'm kind of curious to see if I will be able to play either of these. I've been playing some champions, but I keep getting washed by children in an Ultra Ball at 3 AM when I'm tired. Johns, ladies and gentlemen. Anyhow, good luck with the games. Let's go. What is this?
Yippee.
Let's talk about Final Fantasy weapons in real life. Okay. Why has he got the fusion sword and not the buster sword? Bro got the wrong sword.
You're asking really hard-hitting questions today.
I am, man. But like, you gotta admit, this sword looks pretty fucking sick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool.
This is what Jeexx is talking about, by the way. The
Reminds me
Dark
of,
Knight. I love Batman.
It's the class. It's
Yeah.
a knight that uses darkness.
Yeah. Batman.
And then they got Baby Shark. Do, 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 do. Anywho.
I think the only class that I actually played for the like 6 hours I played off, actually it wasn't even 6 hours, but the few hours I played off Black Desert online, I think I played the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
If that's a class
It's a
in
good
there, then yes.
I don't know. I never played BDO, so I can't confirm nor deny.
Well,
But it sounds about right.
The BDO heads will know.
Yeah,
Anyways,
the BDO
I
heads
am-
in the count.
Dude, I am sad. I can't match my avatars anymore. It's dead. And
Why?
I sent you the picture of what my avatar screen looks like.
Oh, wait. This is just... They're all broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they don't have like
wait,
trainers from a lot of like newer generations.
I
So
think you can just... No, they don't have names. Fuck.
yeah, I think it's pretty funny because the way I got Cynthia was like, because obviously I've used the other Cynthia also a lot, but I've used this a lot, so it's like often I change to something else, I change back to Cynthia, so I kind of like remember around where Cynthia was. So I think it was my 4th or 5th try when I got her, and then I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna preemptively switch back to this because I was gonna match my avatar still for the remainder of Gen 5 and Gen 6 and onwards. Like, they don't really have the new characters, so then I was just gonna stick to Cynthia, but I guess we'll just have to make the swap now. 3 episodes early.
It's the greatest champion of all time versus Steven Stone.
True. Anyways, VGC 2011. How we feeling?
Well,
Gen 5 decks only, no hidden abilities.
recently, I saw a video from a guy called Adef. I don't know if you know Adef. He makes Pokemon and math content on
Doesn't
YouTube.
ring a bell.
He makes the Victory Road. Can these trainers actually get to Victory Road thing, where he has all the trainers from Victory Road actually fight against all of the gym leaders in a game and see if they can perform against them.
I've probably seen
make it-
one video because the format sounds familiar. I've definitely seen that in my recommended, and I've probably seen like one random video somewhere. But
Yeah. He recently did one for Gen 5, and in that one, it turned out that Gen 5 is like in the top 3 of all generations for like, because he made a poll, or like a sheet, I don't remember which one it was, where he asked people to rank their top 3 generations. And Gen 5 was like pretty dominantly within almost everyone's top 3, in like 80% of top 3s.
which is funny because people hated it when it came out.
Exactly, which brings up a thing that I'm thinking might be the cause for it. Because people were also saying, yeah, I got a lot of nostalgia for these Pokemon that they introduced in Gen 5. These are kids. These are people born past 2004. These are people who were 7 years old when Black and White 2 came out. Just saying, guys. Just saying. I have zero nostalgia for these. In fact, whenever I see Black and White designs, I'm like, yeah, it's fine, I guess, but I have no fondness for you.
I'm
None.
nostalgic because I remember seeing the Ents Castle transformation of the Pokemon League on the DS screen as a kid. Was like, whoa, holy shit, wait, we got crazy animations.
For me, I didn't even know that there were Pokemon games past Diamond and Pearl when I found out about Black and White and then Black and White 2 at the same time.
Fair.
I didn't know that. Like, I was talking about this with. Actually, I sent a Claudio a message because he hasn't responded yet. He's asleep. But I vividly remember being like, dude, it would be crazy if we had a pure flying type in like 2010. And he was like, yeah, they don't have those yet. And I'm pretty sure, like, Tornadus existed in 2010. Just saying, guys.
Actually,
But yeah,
I think I'm actually not sure when did Black and White really did. It was either 2011 or 2012. I think it was 20.
It's 2010.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
2010
It's
for
Japan in 2010 and 2011 for.
Which means that,
Us.
you know.
Technically,
But
it
yeah,
existed.
I don't have much fondness for a format that uses Pokemon purely from a generation that, like, I have zero nostalgia or even that many thoughts on because I've never played Black and White.
That's fair. I like a lot of Gen 5 Mons, and my teams include a lot of those favorites. So, but I also there
That's
were a few, I think, auto inclusions when it comes to some Pokemon here. So, be interesting to see those. It's also been a couple weeks since I've played, so we'll see how this goes.
That sounds good. I've been playing Champions.
Oh yeah. You should be pretty warm when it comes to Pokemon.
No.
The last Pokemon I played was fucking Pokken Tournament DX, so we are not the
Bro
same.
didn't even know about how broken Caesar was in Pocket Tournament DX. That's how warm you are.
Yeah. Everything is equally broken. Actually, no. The stuff that has crazy one buttons is broken when you're like 6 beers deep. So shout out Zard and Seismic Toss. I was called a cheeser.
I mean,
Deserved
you
it,
you were throwing your friends who were like drinking, so it's the same as pulling off giant swings and Titiana twisters on King on people.
I was gonna say like nobody doing the giant swing input when drunk. That shit's too hard.
It's just quarters. It's just
Too
back
hard.
forward. And then you press the button.
Did I stutter?
Don't worry about it.
Anyways.
Oh my god, Ruga is so cool.
we should get to it, and then we can get to other things as well. I can't wait to fight Soul of Cinder today. Yippee.
Yeah.
Dude, I've thought of it, and I think my biggest issue is that I guess it's on implementation, but the fact that none of the bosses have phase 2s is so whack. Because a lot of the
I
bosses
think it's
are
because of the fact that the phase 2s are separate bosses.
yeah, but you will be missing half the game because every boss in Dark Souls 3 has at least 2 phases. Some have 3, but every boss has those. So if I replace Vort with Sister Friede, that would be crazy if that happened. Phase 1, then that means
phase 2.
Sorry.
Ward does have phase 2 because
Yeah,
I fought against
yeah,
him
that's what I said.
No, in the randomizer because I played against him in my archipelago. He goes phase 2.
Okay, but that means still that a lot of the bosses are gonna be missing because thus far I've fought 2 bosses three bosses that should have had that should have both have phase 2s, but neither did, which means I've taken down 2 bosses. And normally, when I played through the game, it would have been 4 if you count the phase 2s as separate instances. That's going to be at least 2 instances of either phases or bosses themselves that don't exist at all, which is unfortunate. But that's neither here nor there.
VPN for like a year. You should go and hit refund on that. I just got 36 months for free for clicking it. Art of the deal.
That's awesome.
I think that might be considered fraud.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Anywho, shout out Jar for.
No, don't shout him out. He's gonna get shot by the YouTube cops.
Honestly, at that point, if I have that much power, I will be using it. And Jeexx, you're next. Anywho, good luck at hit the games. I'll see you after.
Good luck. Good luck.
Alrighty. So yeah, long intro, yeah, but as I said, yeah, I was random clicking. How many tries was it? It was 5, okay. I think I said 3 or 4, but no, it's 4 or 5. Sorry. But yeah, today we are playing Jeexx in Generation 5 VGC, the first iteration of it, 2011. And I think I'll start with this team. Just to get the Jins out of the way, because I think they're less interesting. But yeah, I haven't played Pokemon in a little while, so this will be interesting. Okay, so Shadow Tag is there. Does Gothitelle learn Trick Room, actually? I don't think so. It does. Okay, so this could be a Trick Room team. How do I want to approach this? He has 2 Mons immune to... Crocodile actually doesn't look great here. Well... Yeah, actually, my Crocodile doesn't look great here. And Amoonguss doesn't do... like anything except put people to sleep. I don't love my team here, I'm not gonna lie. There's no music. Once again, shout out Glitchix City. Let me get music. Forgor. Firgir. Okay, close enough. All the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Alright. I think I want to do these 2 up front. Then I'll do Thunderous. Oh, dude. The opposing Thunderous is so scary, but I still think it's gotta be Thunderous. And then I'm gonna be weak to Gothitelle, but I think it's gotta be can it be a Mungus last? I genuinely don't know what my last one should be. Dude, VGC is so hard. I don't like my team here. This might be a mistake. Let's do this. Alright. Thunderous and... Now the question is this thing gonna be... Because Thunderous can thunder away me, which is the scary thing here. I would like to know whether this thing is gem or like specs. But because I'm so afraid of Thunder Wave, the issue with the Thunder Wave is I can't really do anything about it. I think I protect here and I just swap to Thunderous, and because I'm expecting him to Thunder Wave this lot and attack Tornadus or protect Hydreigon. He wouldn't protect. I'll do this. I might, because the issue here is that, oh yeah, I think both of these are equally fast, right? If you're invested. Yeah, both are 179, so I don't think he would go for, like, he could go Thunder Wave here, but I think it's so much more, like, if he stays in with Thunders, I think he would go for a Thunder Wave on this lot. I think also it's somewhat likely that, like, if he's attacking this lot with here, like, he would swap. But, okay, Dragon Ball's here, so I'm expecting him to be alive for double into that. Okay, extremely good product on our part. Obviously, the Tailwind was, like, the most obvious thing there, so that's really good. Because now the question is, how much damage do I do on these with HP Ice? It's a lot, but it's not a kill. I could double sub up here, but it doesn't really achieve much. I think getting Tailwind up, even if I die here, is worth it. So I will be Tailwinding, but the question is, what do I go for after? Is it more valuable to paralyze this thing or get damage? I think to my team, Thunderous is scarier. I'll Thunder Wave here. So Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt and HPIs are the same, and this way I've saved some information. But him going for Dragon Pulse and not Draco tells me that he's gonna be Life Orb and not Choice or Dragon Gem. Because I think, okay, double, does he double protect? No double. Am I dead to Thunderbolt? I am dead. Alright. That's not too bad. I do have Tailwind up now, and I'm pretty sure I kill if Rock Slide hits here. It doesn't kill, dude. This thing is so bulky. That's actually really bad for me. How much does Rock Slide do? Not that much. Actually, yeah, it actually doesn't do that much. The issue here is I'll still go Terrakion, and I will still be clicking close combat here. The issue is I might get paralyzed, but if he paralyzes me, with T-Wave, I can at least take the take this thing out, and I don't think I die. The close combat is obvious, but because this thing can't protect, I'd rather go for close combat because it's better on everything else except for Gothitelle coming in. And like I think a Rock Slide is semi-likely here. So like when he, because my initial reaction here is to what's his face? my initial instinct is to rock slide. I will say, like, his team is definitely well equipped to deal with mine, and I'm not playing well. I haven't played VGC since I made the last Champions video as well, so it doesn't help my case that Jeexx has obviously been playing Champions, but we'll still do our best. Why am I on social distancing? Yeah, there's the paralysis. Oh, it's Sash. Not Sash, Chopel. Interesting. Okay, he does go for Sting, which is still fine. I actually don't hate that. Now, if he brings in his own Terrakion, then I'm like 90%... Okay. I was gonna say, like, did I go first still? I did. Okay, so I'm faster still. This thing probably protects, though, is the thing. The issue is, what does Conk go for? I still don't... I can't switch because, you know, I will explode. I don't do that much to Conk, so I think the protect is pretty obvious, but I'll still go for this, and I'll call out the protect by going for sub, so at least I would get some momentum here, but I don't love my position. I'm expecting Hydreigon to protect, but if he protects and he goes for the KO on my Terrakion with Conk, then I'll at least have a sub up. And then I'll still get to bring in my Hydreigon under Tailwind and hopefully deal with the Conk. The issue is this Conk Elder, because obviously I have Hydreigon here. Okay, no, he just Muck Punches. And that breaks the sub. I think that's game then. Because I don't think there's anything I can do here. I can reveal the Mon. I don't think I die to Muck Punch. I don't. But the question is, can I beat... Because whatever's in the back, I can still get information is the thing. I can still get information out. And yeah. The issue is... I think it's more valuable for me to kill Hydreigon just to get information. This is an obvious protect, but if we change exchange protects, that's perfectly fine by me. And at this point, I would need to reveal HPIs though. You know what? How much time? I still have time. Dragon Pulse does 64 to 45. And Thunderbolt, yeah, I kill with the double up here. So, you know what? Let me do this. Because I think, like, it's semi-likely that he protects the Hydreigon. And this way also, like, I get information on the last Mon. Because I think I've lost this. I don't think I can win. But I want to get information on his last Mon. And this way also I don't yet reveal my HPIs. There's also, obviously, if he protects and I get the double up on Conk, we can still win, depending on what the last Mon is. Okay? He's not protecting. And we do get... we're faster because of Tailwind. I reveal my Thingamabob, obviously. And, yeah. This is nice because I get to now see if this thing is scarfed. Yeah, it's actually... It's worth it for me to sub, so I guaranteed see... Yeah, it's worth it for me to sub, so because I've seen this already. It is scarf. Okay, good. Not a bad first game. BO3, right? I'm pretty sure we've agreed that these are all... I can check. So, I'm pretty sure we agreed that VGC would all be BO3s.
I was just playing under that assumption, but I can check. Where's my Gen 4 episode? Gen 4. There we go. Yeah, because it's this. Okay, yeah. Okay. So we will do the same teams. And I'll have to adapt my leads a little, but it's oh, I didn't put BO3 on there since this way don't need to track input. But yeah, that's the main idea here. I will say, like, the big issue for me is this thing. But it's still like, if I leave Crocodile and, because Terrakion kills Terrakion, right? Yeah, but what if it's -1? It has a very small chance. You know what? This is gonna be very risky. Let me try this. And what were his Mons? Yeah, he had these. Okay. And then I'll go. I still think Tornadus. I think these two are still like too good to bring here. I'll try this. But yeah. This is going to be, obviously, a longer one, because we're doing... Oh, is this Jeexx messaging me? No, okay, good. Because it's going to be, obviously, a best of 3 with this. If I win the best of 3 with the other team, then we're doing a third best of 3 with these matches. But obviously, we're running the VGC games a lot less frequently than what we do regular ones. So, I think it's fine to have them be slightly longer. It might be a mistake not bringing Amoonguss, because Amoonguss could obviously create a lot of tempo. Actually, you know what? You know what? What if I try... This might be stupid. I would feel bad if I didn't even try Amoonguss, when obviously, like, it resists a lot of his stuff. Even though I can't use offensive, I can just spam Spore and Rage Powder. So I want to at least try something different. Alright. Link the Escavalier. I think here I just want to Rock Slide and Rage Powder. Because I expect him to he wants the Thunder Wave. But obviously if he does it and it gets redirected to Amoonguss, I'm actually really good. I don't think so. Okay, there's Protect. We get a crit, which I guess Chardy Berries. Yeah, definitely. Actually, yeah, it would have killed. Otherwise, I will be rock sliding again. We'll see if he goes conk here. Actually, yeah. He definitely switches, right? This might be greedy, but I think there's no world like he Thunderwaves again. Yeah, I was gonna say like the either switches or he Thunderwaves. I do die to Iron Head, which is and I get full Parrot. That sucks. I mean, to be fair, there's a chance, I guess, that I don't... Actually, do I kill through Chardyberry next turn? Oh, it does. Okay. That is unfortunate, then. That is very unfortunate. Now, what would he have next? How much do I do on this thing with acrobatics? It is 94% to Oko. I think I go Tornadus here. Okay, there's Conk. He's gonna be faster than me. I think I go acrobatics here. Actually, can I Oko Conk with? Oh, I can. Actually, I think Conk is scarier. I think I do this. And I don't think there's anything this thing can do to kill me. Unless he's running like some weird shit. I think I'd rather do this. I'm more afraid of Conk. I think so. I think this makes more sense. Hopefully we don't get full parrot again. Obviously if Escavalier was asleep here, I would be in such good position because I could Rage Powder and Acrobatics here, and I would guarantee not take damage on my guy this turn. Because the only way for him to do it, that should be Oko. There we go. And now we do take a dude. Full para into crit. Ouch. That's Pokemon for ya. Alright. Well, this thing is always clicking Rock Slide. I do think I need hacks here, unfortunately. So I do think we're gonna go sub just to block the damage here. And I'm gonna click Spore. And if I get full parrot, I lose. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. We're hoping for a... like, we can still, if we get a 3-turn sleep there. Yeah, we needed this to take damage. Hopefully I don't get full parrot here. Okay. Obviously there was flinch and there was parachance. So that's scary. But now, I believe my best bet here is just Thunderbolt and Sludge Bomb. And it doesn't do any damage. He can wake up here, but I still think... Actually, Thunderbolt is a 2-hit KO, right? Always? Yeah, Thunderbolt always 2-hit KOs. So it's actually... I would rather Rage Powder, right? Yeah. Just in case he wakes up here. Because obviously my Amogus can't win on its own. But yeah, Sleep is broken in Gen 5. There's a reason why it's literally banned in singles. Do we get the 3 turns of sleep? Okay, we don't. But the Iron Head gets redirected, which is really good. And I believe that should be game, because Thunderbolt is a guaranteed 2 KO. Yeah. So nothing else here. We just click Rage Powder. And actually, yeah. If he crits me... if he crits my Thunderous, then he wins. If I get paralyzed and don't get Rage Powder out, and he crits me, then I lose. Okay. And that should be guaranteed. Because... Actually, I don't hate the sub play, because this way he gets another chance at a crit. And Para, actually, yeah, that was really good play on his part. Okay, now if he crits me, he wins. Thank God. He played to us out really well, Tal. And there's another Para. Good luck, game 3. Alright, well, one more to go. Server not saying GG's, by the way, in between. I don't know why. I've never, you know, when I say best of 3, I always say GG at the end. I think he plays Gothitelle, brings Gothitelle here. I don't know why. I literally feel like he's gonna bring Gothitelle and he's gonna lead it. But what do you bring with it? I think if he goes Gothitelle, he's leading with Terrakion, right? I might be crazy for this. I want to call out the Gothitelle Terrakion lead. I don't know why. I just feel like it's either Gothitelle Terrakion or Gothitelle Thundurus in the lead. I don't know why. I just feel like it. Amoonguss was really good that last game. But I think he'll be ready for it now. Sleep is still broken though. I will be always bringing you. The question is, do I dare leave a Thundurus away? And I think no. Alright, let's see. I expect Gothitelle here. It's not Gothitelle. I got it wrong. Fuck. This is really bad. Okay, yeah, this is not good. This is very not good. Does he kill me with HP Ice? I wonder. Can I afford to get... you know what? I think I will allow myself to get paralyzed, and I will just be clicking double Rock Slide, and Jesus take the wheel, whatever happens, happens. Actually, do I die to X-Scissor? Sorry, Mega Horn. I know he has Mega Horn. I do die to Mega Horn, even through Intimidate. In that case, I actually think... You know what? I'll go here and then Rock Slide. Because this way I have HP Ice, which I still haven't revealed. To hit... sorry, every time I say I haven't revealed, and the reason I look my other... Oh, there's Conk. Yeah, that sucks. And I miss. Dude, my luck this set has been terrible. This thing will be Guts, and I'm pretty sure I just died to Mach Punch here. Yeah, I just died to Mach Punch. I don't love it, but I think I still want to... that sucks so bad. I'll sub up here, and I can't let this thing go down. But I think he never brought Gothitelle for sure. Part of me wants to just sack Crocodile here to get another Intimidate off. How much do I take off Mach Punch, actually? 42. I'll do this. We get another Intimidate off, which is really nice. We do get our sub. Mach Punch, as expected. And Iron Head. Okay. That was actually a really good turn for us. Because now, what I can do is I can either Thunder Wave. I think Crocodile doesn't do much into Exca though. Yeah, it doesn't do much. And how much does it do on... Does it do like 30%? Yeah, I think I want to T-Bolt here, because I think this is more likely to switch. And another Mach Punch probably kills me, right? Yeah, Mach Punch kills and he sees that. So I think he wants to click Mach Punch. And I will go Tornadus now. Yeah, there's Mach Punch. He gets another crit. That's so annoying. And another Iron Head. Okay. Now the issue here is I can take a KO, but I will die to a Crackback. Who do I expect to protect here? And I honestly think the one protecting is gonna be a Conk. If I get this wrong, I'm pretty sure I lose. But I'm pretty sure the one protecting here is gonna be Conk. I will still cover for it by hitting it with Thunderbolt. And I will click... Actually, what's the punish if I'm expecting a protect? If I sub on here and Thunderbolt this, the next turn... yeah, actually, I think it's safer, because even if I expect this thing to... If I sub now, I die to Mach Punch next turn. Yeah, that's the issue there. Yeah, you know what? If I get this turn wrong, which is very likely that I do, I just lose. But I'm calling Conkeldurr to protect here. Last time, he lost it to Acrobatics, and I don't think he wants that to happen this time. And I got it wrong. But what does he go for? Rock Slide? I got the avoid back. That is enormous. I don't... Yeah, I killed this thing with Acrobatics now. He has the Rakan. Okay, never mind. Dynamic Speed isn't a thing as we've established, but I can go for a Thunder Wave on this thing because I have my own Terrakion. I think this thing is Scarfed. Actually, yeah, we confirmed this thing is Scarfed. And I will protect here. So then next turn, I can guaranteed kill. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That is a huge... Oh my god. It's a perfect turn, assuming I live. Another miss. Okay, well, the world is... Bro. Today, one of those days, huh? We're just getting hacks left and... I mean, I guess, like, rather get hacks on both sides, but still, like, that's whack. How much do I take? This shouldn't matter. Actually, yeah. I don't know the last Mon, right? No, I do. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I do. It's Thunders. Yeah. This game. This is a game. Because would I rather sub or get chip? I think I'd rather get chip. And Acrobatic should kill. Good switch. Brother. Do I kill this thing with... HP Ice is very likely to OHKO. And I do have this thing still. What if I save my... He needs this thing gone, right? HP Ice is very unlikely to OHKO. I need this thing for... He wants to Thunder Wave me. I Thunderbolt here. And I protect. Right? Because I can then switch next to... Actually, if I'm gonna switch, is it more likely? Yeah, I should... Actually, yeah. I Thunderbolt here, and I switch into Crocodile to get the drop on Conk. After which... Yeah. Right? Because if I get the kill on this, then yeah, this should be high, because I have a 12.5% chance to immediately win the game. If he protects his Thunderous, this also covers for that, because then I'll have a Crocodile in. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now the issue is, I obviously have, like, even if somehow I manage to, well, I say somehow, I've gotten a lot of good hacks. Okay. Yep, we expected this. Does it kill? It doesn't. Okay. And we should live this. Yep. And now, do I guaranteed live? I don't live a Thunderbolt is the issue here. So it's literally down to a speed. Actually, if I hit, because I can cover for it. I Thunderbolt here, and I cover for it by, if he double protects, Crunch is bad. So I should Rock Slide, right? If he protects, Rock Slide is better. And if I Rock Slide and he kills me, then... No, I should still... Yeah. In case he Rock Slides, I think this is better. Actually, no. If he Mach Punches... Yeah, he needs to Mach Punch, and then it's a Speed tie. Can I cover for the Speed tie in any way? I don't think I can. Yeah, actually, I've got myself in a pretty bad predicament. If I die to the Speed tie, I can still win, because I Acrobatics this slot, which always should die. Actually, does it anymore? No, Acrobatics, yeah, okay, never mind. Acrobatics still kills. Yeah, even if I lose the Speed tie, I still should be fine, like this. Because I always Acrobatics the Kong slot, and he needs to, because he knows I'm Scarf, he needs to, the crit didn't matter there, and I do win the Speed tie. So that should be a guaranteed game now. Obviously, assuming he's max speed, but I don't think there's any reason for him to not be max speed. We do this, and we do Acrobatics. And there shouldn't be anything that can happen here, yeah. Even with a crit, I love. GG. Wild hacks. Please don't. But yeah. Alright, then the other teams. So still VGC 11, and then we're busting out the hard trick room. Alright. Obviously giving his crafty hard trick room is gonna be scary, but Kofa actually looks decent here. Unfortunately, Runiclus is terrible into his team. Like, I don't think I can bring Runiclus, which sucks. Actually don't love a lot of my options. It's gotta be Kofa every time. I think it's... I'm not that afraid of, obviously, Tailwind. Prior to Tailwind, because I'm hard Trick Room. No, I need to cover for something to help with this thing. I think it's these two. Although, I don't have Protect. Yeah, I can't do them. It's gotta be these two, and actually don't even love. You know what? I think it's gotta be these four. Okay. Scrafty can do a lot to me, but he's also obviously Moxie. How much would Crafty do with Crunch? Not that much. I will be Trick Rooming, and the issue here is, do I explode to Acrobatics? I probably do. I do. He's gonna have the faster Fake Out, which is the issue here. So you know what? I think I do this. I go Trick Room and I go into Eel. Luckily, Eel is good in these two that he brought, but obviously, like, if you look at my team and his team, like, you're always bringing Crocodile. Like, he will always be bringing Crocodile, no matter what. There's Protect, okay. Drain Punch into Eel, and Trick Room goes up. So we do have Trick Room up, obviously, which is really good for the first turn, and we didn't take any damage on Kofa. The issue is, I don't really have a lot of good ways to deal with this, Scrafty, but I think, because I don't know, how much do I do? Shadow Ball does like nothing, yeah. I still think I want a Calm Mind up, and I want to Volt Switch. The Volt Switch is so scary. If I Volt Switch here, and he goes into a Ground type, what happens? I die. I could also Protect and see what he wants to do, because I do have Trick Room, but I don't really want to be wasting my Trick Room turns. You know what? What if I Volt Switch into the Scrafty? No, I'll Protect. I need to know what he's going to do first. There's a Taunt. Okay, I do with my Mental Herb, which is good. But now I don't have it to set another Trick Room, which is the issue. Okay, we do give a Mummy to Scrafty, but now the issue is that I will explode. So we do need to go... I think Cover Greek is down. Dude, Scrafty into my team is just so insanely good. I do need to Protect and go into Scrafty here. Actually, I think if he was going to switch, it was going to be that turn. I'm so much behind. I do need to, at this time, I need to get some damage on this as well, because I've done 0 damage. It's been 2 turns, I've done 0 damage. It's just Scrafty and Crocodile just are so good into my team. This lead is very hard for my team to deal with. But I guess he doesn't have Fake Outs. Okay, he stays in. We'd have Expert Belt, so we Oko here, which is really good. And now the question is, who is he going into? I expect it to... The Kofa Protect is just too obvious. But if I switch into this and get hit with Drain Punch, I'm gonna feel like such a dumb fuck. I'm still doing it. Well, I do have the citrus, but the issue, the reason why I still went into Crafty, cause like I said, like that was pretty likely to happen, is I at least have Fake Out. Okay, well, my cover the issue is because I can't hit any of these Mons. The Moxie is Mummy. I go Conk here, and I Fake Out the Scrafty. Okay, Hacks. I get Mummy here. And my Flame Orb is up. Now the issue is, by hitting this thing, I'm giving myself Mummy, which is gonna be the issue. But I expect Crocodile to come back in, but into which slot is the issue now? I think I just go Drain Punch into this slot and Bulk Up maybe? I'll do this. This is the last turn of Trick Room. Okay, yeah, there's the Crocodile as we expected. We still bring it down to Sash. I get a little bit more defense. The issue is obviously, like I said, the Mummy. And now, what do I do?
I Mach Punch here. I think this slot is gonna protect though. And I Drain Punch into this Crafty. But yeah, the issue is obviously me giving myself mommy. I genuinely think I gotta leave Kovagrigis at home because he doesn't have a special attackers that setting up Calm Mind into would even be good. And he has 2 dark types, and my only attacking move is Shadow Ball. So it's like, I can never hit him, is the issue. So even though Runiclus is kind of awful, it at least can hit, like, both of these for super effective with Energy Ball. And then click Psychic on the others. So I actually think I'm genuinely... The issue is that, obviously, we know he has Priority Taunt. But let's see. Kong is good into his team, obviously, after Tornadoes is gone. So that's the thing, at least. Electros also isn't great, actually, the more I think about it. I might... No, I can't leave Electros out. Because if I don't take Electros, I just lose to Tornadoes. There's that. There's the Drain Punch. We do live because we have the Bulk Up, obviously. There's a Chopal Berry. Okay, we do see this Chopal, which is actually really good. And Mold Breaker. How much am I taking off this thing? A decent bit. Drain Punch here. Do I just switch in Kofa? Just to have Fake Out Pressure for the following turn? No, I need to Drain Punch this lot. I can't... If I take Mommy, I'm immediately dead. I need to Drain Punch this lot, which will do... what? Like 64 or something? And then... How much did I take off Drain Punch? 27. Okay. So I'll just stay here. And okay. Earthquake into Drain Punch. He gets a crit. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay. At least I can go Kofa and attempt to click Trick Room here. And still will be Drain Punching here. That's fine. That's still fine because neither of my mons die, and we get Trick Room up, and now I can kill the Scrafty. And now, no funny business, I will just click this here and this here. That's a good amount of damage, and the crit there didn't matter. Dude, what is with the hacks today, though? Was that another crit? We gotta stop with the crits. Now the issue here obviously is I don't have great moves to obviously click on the hacks, but because we've gotten chip, like it still should be fine. Crunch is slightly more, but because of the defense up, I think with Drain Punch I can. Neither of these kills both do important chips, so. Bro. I mean, it didn't matter there, but... I'm pretty sure we had 8 crits total. Obviously, a couple of them didn't matter, but it's still like it's still crazy. Dude, this shit... VGC is too stressful, man. But I think I gotta leave Kofa at home. He's just too much of a liability when it comes to actually dealing damage. I think he doesn't have Fake Out on the Scrafty though. We'll go Runiclus, we'll go Scrafty, we'll go Electros, and we'll go... It's gotta be Conquer every time.
I'm hoping he doesn't lead Tornadus, because obviously we know this thing has Taunt, which is the scariest thing. It's gonna be Taunt, Protect, Tailwind, and probably Acrobatics. So as long as it's not Torn, we're fine. It's Torn. It's the same leads, dude. You are annoying. Okay. Trick Room and Fake Out here. At this point, like, if he had a Fake Out on this Crafty, I'm pretty sure he would have clicked it. Okay. I guess I'm wrong. I guess we need to play this game without Trick Room then. So I will do this, and I will be... I can't bulk up. I will still do it. If I get information on game 3, like, I'm fine with that. Okay, that's the Flying Gem. Okay, we know the entire set there. We know the entire set, but yeah, the issue is obviously that these two into my leads are just insane. But I'm pretty sure at the last... Oh, wait, did we see Protect here? Okay, we know the entire moveset here though. So I will click Thunderbolt here, and I unfortunately have to sack this thing to Acrobatics, I'm pretty sure. And obviously I do need my Conk here still. But yeah, the matchup is just obviously really unfortunate, because the thing about Torn here is that Torn with Taunt means that I can't set up Trick Room if I don't bring my Cofagrigus, but if I bring Cofagrigus, I just die. And obviously Acrobatics kills everything that deals with the Torn. Okay, there's the Intimidate. We go Runiculus here. So at least now we're getting Trick Room up, which, like, that's the important part here. I've taken infinite damage by setting up Trick Room, and we're basically gonna be what's his face? I'm basically gonna be playing with just Kong into his entire team. Okay, I mean, there's no point. I'll just forfeit this one. Smog can't FF without leaving the window. I'll just let timer run. Okay, let's go game 3. Actually, is it? Can I do this? Oh, that works. Yeah, there's nothing I can do there. So the issue is I need to bring Cofagrigus, because it's the only way I can beat that lead. Like, the only thing I can do into that lead is go Cofagrigus. Because otherwise I can never get crit. The issue is that, dude, I got fucking Silver Bullet teamed twice, but yeah, it always needs to be Kofa, and it needs to be Eel, right? It always needs to be these two in the lead, and I don't think I can't bring Exca, right? I need Fake Out. Yeah, I can't, unfortunately, I can't bring Exca. I want it to be different, but yeah, it just, unfortunate team matchup, obviously. The issue here is going to be that my Trick Room team into his other team is also not great, because we're giving these two obviously free Trick Room, but supposedly he's not, minus speed on those, so. But yeah, just unfortunate team matchups this week. Yeah, there's no reason to change things out around here. And I will always be clicking Trick Room. And I think he's most likely faking out this lot, but I don't really care about that. So if he does, hey, that's cool. That's cool with me. I'll just click Thunderbolt here. There we go. And now we go straight into Conk, and I think this lot is switching. So I'll actually go Volt Switch into Scrafty. The issue is obviously that the core of Crocodile, Tornadus, and Scrafty just counters my entire team. Like, his final slot, it doesn't really matter, because like he has Intimidate here, he has Fake Out here. Like, these two basically form an Incineroar, and Tornadus being a taunt means that I just can't play the video game. Okay, we get the read correct. We go Kofa here. No defense drop. Thank God. And now we at least have pressure because we do a lot of damage on Scrafty, even through Chopal. So let's get rid of the Chopal Berry on Scrafty or make it Protect. And let's just click Shadow Ball here. I'm not going to think too much. The issue is obviously that this is going to be my only Trick Room, so I need to play aggressive because he has Priority Taunt afterwards. Did we actually get to see all the moves? Thunderbolt, Thunderwave. Only Thunderbolt and Thunderwave. Okay. I was gonna say, like, do we know... Actually, can Thundurus learn Taunt? It does. Okay, yeah. Yep, this makes sense. We're bringing it down to Sash. The special defense drop doesn't matter. There's Sash. There's Shadow Punch. We give it Mummy. Actually would have loved that to KO. And I could risk it here, but even if this thing switches into Scrafty, I actually don't mind. If it protects, do I mind? No. Yeah, nothing matters. I'll just click Drain Punch here again. And I'll click Shadow Ball here again, because I'm faster, obviously, because we're in Trick Room. If he has Protect, like, he should press it to just stall out the Trick Room. The issue is obviously also I'm not carrying Protect on my Conk, but I haven't clicked Earthquake a single time. There's a world where he saves Crocodile to get another drop on Conk. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's a world. But I don't actually hate this, because there's Chopal, we still get good damage on it. And he brings in, yep. But he's always going to be faking out this lot anyway, so I don't really care about this. And I'll instead bring in you. And there's a world where I protect here and don't... Actually, if he fakes out here. If I protect my Kofa, that means that I'm not taking KO, but I can set up another Trick Room. No, he's gonna kill me. I don't have a way. Yeah, no. It's better to take the KO here and just try to win without Trick Room after. But he's always faking out this lot. So there's no point in me staying in and attacking. I'd rather reset my attack and just kill this slot. And if this slot switches into, for whatever reason, into either of these or oh yeah, I killed Galark. If he switches into Tornadus, getting the chip on it is actually incredibly good, because that means I can then just kill it with a move. I think like his best play is just to fake out this slot and I'm very much fine with this. Yeah, I'm so fine with this. Because the thing here is... I fake out here. And there is no mind game, because if he goes for acrobatics on my Scrafty and I click Trick Room, I immediately win the game. If he taunts this slot and I attack him, I should also win. I think it's too greedy to call out the because I'm thinking out Scrafty, right? Yeah, I think it's too greedy to call out the acrobatics here or the protect on Tornadus or a taunt here. So because I think I'm ahead in Pokemon, so I think it doesn't make sense for me to do it. Yeah, because like I said, I could have set up Trick Room here, but I don't need to because I'm up Pokemon. So I can just do this. I kill this thing with Mach Punch. He doesn't have switch-ins. And then I just obviously beat Crocodile. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. I'm always going here, and I'm always clicking Mach Punch. Because Mach Punch kills both of these things. Yeah, I will click Mach Punch on Scrafty. And I will protect here. So then I have 2 attackers, because he has no way of killing my conch here. GG. Okay, we got it. But dude, holy fuck, today was crazy for hacks. Like a crazy day for hacks. Like, I'm genuinely curious. I almost want to go back and see how many hacks there were in total. GG's, dude.
Dog shit.
What the fuck was today?
Absolutely the worst fucking set we've played in a while, and that's saying something because we haven't played any.
Dude, imagine if the hacks was for just one side though. That would have been so fucking miserable.
So
yeah, obviously, basically like 40% of turns just being like some weird variance where it's like, oh well, so what I was planning for the next turn, throw it out the window, let's readjust now, is kind of annoying.
The part where we had like 3 rock slide misses in a row is crazy.
Oh yeah, and it was always on the like if there was a protect and not protect, it was always missing on the non-protecting mon, because it can obviously also miss on the protect.
Yeah, but that's that felt bad.
Dude, I forgot how fucking stressful VGC is. Obviously didn't help all the bullshit that we were dealing with today. Because
also, I got full sleeps on Terrakion, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
3 turns. Yeah.
It was funny because the first turn.
That was the most annoying.
Oh, I mean, sleep is really fucking annoying to deal with, and especially Gen 5. There's a reason why the entire mechanic is banned in singles.
Singles, yeah.
Because Spore is a move, but VGC players are masochists, so they allow that. Yippee. I mean,
It's not that they allow that, it's that Nintendo doesn't ban strategies.
Yeah, that's... Oh, dude, what the... I just now looked at my OBS for the first time. I don't know what the fuck has happened to my camera. I am a demon.
Wait, what the fuck do you mean?
I'm like... It's almost a... just a black camera, but it has the fucking Slenderman static for the 20% of the camera screen on the left. Yeah, I think I should probably turn that off. I didn't realize even that. But
there is ass camera set up.
Oh, dude, that was... At least you can make out a person from Ares' camera setup. Dude,
Kinda. You can make
fucking... By the way, in the second set, you're fucking... Make-A-Wish Incineroar with the combination of Crocodile and Scrafty is so fucking hard. Because those 2 mons plus Tornadus with Taunt just made my life fucking impossible. Because, like, okay, I have Mental Herb on Kofagrigus, but Kofagrigus' Shadow Ball, I cannot hit half your team, so it's a liability. Okay, let me bring Runiclus, because at least Runiclus can hit Crocodile with Energy Ball, but it can never set up Trick Room, because you have Fake Out and you have Taunt. So it's like, alright, fuck it. Let me go back to Kofagrigus, who will only be here to set up Trick Room, because it can't do anything else, and it's literally...
And then
like,
tank the whole thing.
Yeah, it's literally my second team is like, Electros needs to deal with Tornadus, and after that, I am praying to God that Conkeldurr can 1v3. Because it's literally nobody else in my team can do fucking anything.
And then the Intimidates obviously fuck with that.
Yeah, it's...
I think the fact that is Crunch a contact move?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like it was... Okay. Because I wasn't proccing Mummy on Conkeldurr.
Oh, I never got... So that was what I was... The entire game, what I was navigating around, and what I was talking about, which was also a reason why I switched off Kefagrigus. I had to navigate around Conkeldurr, Mummy, because the moment that's why I didn't click Drain Punch on your Scrafty, because like, if I override my Guts when I'm -1, Flame Orb burnt on Conkeldurr, I'm through. So it was literally, I just need to ignore the Scrafty that I gave Mummy to just be here, beat everybody else, and then hope Conk and win after that. That was another reason why I was like, I really don't want to bring this thing, because I don't want to give myself Mummy. And that made navigating the game so fucking annoying.
Moxie was like completely useless for me in game in the second round, right? So it meant that whenever I had a Mummy, it made Scrafty into a better Pokemon.
Yep.
In this setup, and that's cool. Like that's a cool kind of mini game within the game where Mummy can turn one of your less useful Pokemon in this matchup into being like significantly more powerful.
Yeah, and that's another mon that I wanted to talk about, because in a metagame and like when, especially like for in the future, obviously the format gets a lot more powerful and very hostile against Crafty, with obviously the Jins and even like to a lesser degree the Swords of Justice being somewhat bad matchups for it. But it's still like looking at Scrafty in a non-fairy existing metagame and imagining it with Intimidate, this mon is fucking crazy. Yeah. 115 in both bulks with, I mean, base 65 HP isn't great, but you're always maxing that out, so it doesn't really matter. And a pretty fucking good move pool. And for the, obviously, for a metagame where Fairy doesn't exist yet, this mon was kind of a fucking trooper. But obviously, Insane being just like a way better typing and also having a better supporting move pool made it like completely obsolete after that. But like before Insane exists, and especially before Fairy exists, like Scrafty is a trooper, and I love Scrafty.
Like, two Pokemon that are kind of similar to Scrafty are obviously Insane and Roar, but I also think Hitmontop has a similar thing going on.
Yep.
With Fake Out, U-Turn, White Guard even now, and just generally having access to Intimidate. Like, the fact that I couldn't have the double Intimidate in the second team was sad, because double Intimidate with the setup that I had going on, which essentially guaranteed that I would always get 2 procs of Intimidate off if I needed it, would have been so much more frustrating to deal with if it ended up being more easy for me to navigate around having an Intimidate user. Because Crocodile obviously gets one-shot by anything in this, and I have the Chopple Berry on I have the Sash on the Crocodile, and I have the Chopple Berry on Scrafty, so that I can actually sustain through Conkeldurr or another Scrafty, or even like even just anything that happens to the fighting type move.
Yeah, I was also a Sash on
for example,
Crocodile.
Golurk on my team.
Yeah, it's Crocodile is so funny, because if you think about it and look at it, it's like it's a big crocodile that's a ground type. It's like you would imagine it's bulky, but like 70 in both bulks is like, dude, what are this thing's stats? Why is it so fast with terrible bulk? That doesn't make sense.
I was so confused when I threw it out, and I was like, wait, oh yeah, this thing is the fastest thing in the game right now? Wait, what?
Yeah. Page 92 for it
what
is kind of wild.
Yeah.
But
I didn't bring Electros at all, and I didn't bring Haxorus in game 2 or 3 because I felt like Haxorus wasn't actually gonna kill anything.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have stab.
I mean, I think like the only reason to have Haxorus would have been like there was a part of me, but I mean, obviously it made sense that you didn't even go for it, because the Scrafty, there was literally one thing that I could do for the Scrafty Tornadus lead, and that was obviously the lead that I did last. But there was one thing that I was like thinking that I was a little afraid of, was that if you, instead of Scrafty and what's his face, Tornadus, is if you instead left Haxorus and Tornadus, because obviously the one thing that Hax does in the matchup is Mold Breaker or Earthquake.
Yeah, but then it becomes a case of, I think it doesn't do enough against anything else, because it was hitting everything for 20.
Yeah. I mean,
And that just kind of hurt.
the matchup is just the format is just really fucking bulky. Like with type resist berries being like really good, and like that's the one thing. Like looking at calcs with Charterberry up in the first set for Thunderous are just so miserable because like, dude, what do you mean I have no ways of two hit KOing this thing with anything? And
It was also spec'd into defense. It was bold with 128 defense and an 80 special defense.
oh,
Nice.
okay. Then at least that's one thing that doesn't feel as bad because I was like literally because in that I think it was the penultimate turn where it was literally like I was literally saying like if I was trying to cover like if I lose the speed tie between our Thunderouses, then like how can I win there? And it was basically like okay, I need to hit Rock Slide after that on one of your two Mons, which is obviously like I was trying to eliminate that variant, but in the end it was just like just in case so I can cover for the protect, I'm gonna cover for the losing the speed tie, then I have options there, but I guess it wasn't a speed tie because I was just max with a special attack and speed.
A big reason why I was struggling to navigate the first game against two Jins was because my Jin was slower.
Yeah, it's I was timid max speed with both of them because I was talking about it in the team breakdown. I was like, there are 3 Mons that I know. Actually, there were 4. I don't remember if I talked about Conkeldurr, but Conk is obviously also really good. But apart from that, I was like, the 2 Jins and Terrakion are Mons that I'm guaranteed gonna see because they're just too fucking good. And yeah, it turns out the Jins are pretty fucking good, which is it's kind of cool that Landorus Incarnate before Terrestrialization doesn't really do anything in VGC. People barely use it, and Thorners and Thunders are like anytime they're available, like they're top 10 Mons in the format. And in singles, obviously, like Incarnate is Ubers in basically any scenario where it's out.
It's just too fucking good to have the ability to be +1 priority on any status mode.
Yeah.
It's just too good.
Oh yeah, you were HP
Wait.
flying. I see.
Yeah.
I was HP eyes literally for.
So
Okay, so the issue there, I realized it when I did the calcs later because my brain it was literally just like I want to be able to beat opposing Thunderous, so I'm gonna be Hidden Power Ice. But because in my mind, in singles you see Therian Thunderous, which obviously isn't a thing at this point. A lot, and for whatever reason in my brain, I was just constantly thinking that it has. I knew it has Prankster, but I was still constantly Thunderous has Volt Absorb, so I can't be Thunderbolting it. And then literally when I'm looking at my calcs, I'm like, wait, Thunderbolt and HP Ice are the same damage? Why do I have HP Ice on this? And then I'm like, oh yeah. It's Prankster and Therian is Volt Absorb. Like the entire time when I was building, I was like, I need to deal with Thunderous and I need to deal with As1 Thunderous who has both Prankster and Volt Absorb at the same time. And then I went to all the way to in game when I was talking about it, like I think I've lost this, but I'll try to navigate it. I don't want to reveal that I have HP Ice. And then it's like, okay, what the fuck do I actually do with? Which, to be fair, the other team you were playing, like it did have 2 ground types, which is obviously the other case for it, which is like it's really good for it.
And a dragon.
Yeah, I mean, and then also like if you ended up running Among Us, like it could have been fine for that as well, obviously. But yeah, those didn't end up. But it was literally the first time I looked at the calc, I'm like, oh yeah, this shit is not gonna do anything here. And then obviously the nuclear bomb that is Acrobatics Flying Gem Tornadus is
144% damage to 171% damage on Scrafty.
What do you mean it does like 94% on Conk without Flying Gem, by the way?
It's crazy.
It's the only difference.
This thing is illegal.
Yeah, the difference between ours was that I wasn't running Taunt and I was running Sub on Tornadus as well, which was mostly just like because there were like decent amount of like good Earthquakers. I definitely put more respect and expected more like spread moves to come out. So I was like, I'll have more chances for substitute. I even had like Earthquake on a bunch of my stuff, but obviously with the Jins being flyers, Hydreigon having Levitate, Eel having a Levitate, a bunch of stuff actually not really caring about Earthquake, it kind of ended up hurting. And I was talking about in the very final game that I really wish my Kong was Protect instead of Earthquake, but luckily...
It's also for a lot of the spread moves, I felt like they just weren't dealing enough damage. Like in this format specifically, I felt like whenever I clicked the spread move, I would have rather have clicked anything else, because I was dealing a third of the damage per target rather than like, I think it's 50% per target.
Yeah.
Because like Crunch obviously does 60% on Coffergus, and EQ was doing 20% on Haxorus, and it just didn't do good.
Yeah.
So.
What's your reasoning behind running Dual Chop over Dragon Claw, by the way?
I was sitting here like earlier thinking about like, wait, why did I put this on? Like legitimately, while I was doing my breakdown, I was wondering about it, and I couldn't remember.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Like,
because legit, I was like, wait, why did I pick this?
Yeah, because the first instance that I was building the Trick Room team had Haxorus, but I ended up pivoting because I was like, we've been playing. Also, by the way, one thing that I'll forget it if I don't say it now. That I was surprised. Neither of us brought weather, because I was literally talking about it in my team breakdown. I mean, obviously, you don't have you don't have access to obviously auto weather in this one, because the like Drizzle and Drought are hidden abilities. So. And Tyranitar and Hippo aren't in the game, but we're still like also talking about it. It's like it's kind of neat and to have the essentially weather generation, and we're not actually bringing weather. And I was talking about it where I'm pretty sure in Gen 4 I only played weather teams. I'm pretty sure I brought Sand and Rain for the first one, and the restricted format I was playing Rain and Sun. So I was like, I think especially after like 60%, 70% of our episodes in Gen 5 singles being all about weather, I was like, we don't need to see another weather matchup, so let me actually bring something else. Although obviously for the other VGC format, I'm sure we'll see some weather, but I'll try to not just bring it every time, because we see weather a lot, and I want to branch out a little bit. But yeah, this team initially had Haxorus in it, but obviously it doesn't really slot into Trick Room that well. And in the end, like I wanted to just make this a hard Trick Room team to be like, okay, I just want to force Trick Room, and I don't have to worry about like any of my, because usually when I'm playing Trick Room, I like having a Scarfer somewhere in there, and I like Hax as Scarfer, but because I wanted to make it just a hard Trick Room team, I ended up pivoting and chasing Haxorus for Escavalier, which obviously fits into.
I think Escavalier was surprisingly good as Mon in this too.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really have coverage, but it's just so tanky. The reason why I didn't really bring it is like apart from being able to click Mega Horn on Scrafty and Crocodile, it's not that great. And obviously, like Mega Horn being only 85% accurate, and your Crocodile having Sash. Also, it's like, do I want to risk trying to click that when a lot of the time, like, it's just gonna sit there and not really do anything? It's not really, and yeah.
So I have to say, in the first game, or like the last match, or last round of the first match, when I was Escavalier versus Amoonguss and Tornadus, right? I think it was Tornadus.
Yeah.
And I clicked Mega Horn under Swarm on your Tornadus, and it went to like 1%. Man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would have been sick if Escavalier just fucking cleaned that up. Get a full pair of the
I
Amoonguss.
literally calculated. I was like, there is no way this thing can kill me without a crit, right? And it's like, okay, it can't kill me without a crit. So
it was unfortunate. It was super sad, because like it was like, dude, that's insane. That's like, I think the highest possible row that I could have got.
It's kind of fun. If you were my Escavalier, it would have killed, by the way.
Wait, what?
It's pretty funny actually that you went 26-26 for the defense EVs. I'm more attack. I'm 244 attack, and I'm 4-4 for my defense and special defense.
Fuck.
On Luigi.
But I think I think that was cool. That
Yeah.
was like a legitimately cool ending game. considering that
Escalator did get
There
a-
was a chance.
Yeah. So you're saying there's chance. Yeah, so if you were adamant max attack, that would have killed. But yeah,
But I would have
mean,
probably died earlier.
yeah, I mean that is also true.
Because I was like 5 HP.
Yeah, yeah, I guess it would have been also dead, but we don't talk about that. Most sad I'm about, obviously, like Runiculus is like top 3 Gen 5 Mons for me, and obviously, just because of the nature of the matchup, like it just didn't get to play. Double Dark types and a priority taunt user is like, poor Runiculus is not getting to play the video game.
Yeah, and also obviously Golurk being here to round out the fact that I have a massive fighting type weakness on my Crocodile, so I can easily switch it in after getting an Intimidate off, which did actually pan out. That actually happened, but that was with Tornadus switching into Golurk to cover for the weakness, where you could have technically tried to read if I'm gonna go into Crocodile and then hit Crocodile with super effective and double down into it. But yeah,
Yep.
I think Golurk was good for that. That's why I went for the same team in games 2 and 3, because I felt like this is by far the best that I can do to have the most coverage and also have the most amount of pivoting around, like, having Scrafty Thunder Sleep.
Fair.
Tornado Sleep.
And I was also talking about it where it's like Scrafty, Crocodile, and Tornadus already is like such an insane core against my team. Like I literally said, the 4th Pokemon he brings doesn't matter. For the most part, it's just like, and that was also what I said about like your leads. Like you don't really need to change out the leads because it's literally like this lead beats basically your entire team. So good luck trying to cover around that.
That's why when we both went fucking Scrafty, I went Scrafty Tornadus and you went Scrafty Ranunculus, and I go fake out, you go fake out. It's like handshake.
Yeah. I mean, because the first game you didn't use fake outs, I was literally like, if I don't want to use cover Greek, it's the only way I can set up this shit safely is literally by going Runiculus. And the reason why I didn't go for fake out in the first game, where I obviously also led Scrafty, was because that's when I expected you to have fake out, and because I'm minus speed on everything except for Escavalier, like it was like, okay, you're gonna have the faster fake out, so that's why I don't even want to bother with it.
Team here is actually like fairly well-rounded in speed, in that the only Pokemon that is completely, like the only 3 Pokemon that are completely invested into speed are obviously Tornadus and Crocodile and Haxorus, but the other half of the team is like middlingly invested, where they work under Tailwind too, like 156 speed for Golurk under Tailwind, 182 for Electros, and 184 for Scrafty. So if I happen to run into your other team, it was still going to be a case where I could use Tailwind to actually fight against you. Whereas, like, obviously.
Yeah, and
obviously,
it makes sense playing around stuff like that when you have literally the best Tailwind setter of all time in your team.
And also because this way these guys can work in Trick Room too.
Yep.
Like, they weren't as slow as your guys, but like if you happen to be playing a similarly slow team, which doesn't make sense if you're playing hard Trick Room. But
yeah.
They still get to move, and the priority order in which they get to move kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So it was literally
much priority outside of the gym though, which is I think the biggest mistake that I had here.
Yeah. The thingy was like I was literally like I said, everything except for Escavalier is minus speed, 0 speed EVs in this team, which is funny because my other team, everybody is running 255 speed EVs except for Crocodile. Crocodile is adamant, but I am timid Among Us with 255 speed EVs. I am a 90 speed Among Us because I want to have the fastest possible spores.
What do you mean you got max speed?
I am dead ass.
Why?
I'm a 90 speed
criminal.
on my fucking Among Us. But don't worry about it.
Criminal.
It's motherfucking Sunday.
It's a motherfucking Sunday.
But yeah, the final thing, names. You had Destiny 2 Strikes as one of your 2 names.
Yeah, that's what I had.
There was one person called Liminality, which is funny.
Yeah. What these are actually named after are all the games in the Hack franchise.
Gotcha.
The Dot Hack franchise. Like the first team is named after the first 4 parts, plus I think this one was the online version that they released after the first few games.
Spoilers.
And the Versus was just a fun game. What? No, I don't think it matters if you see these teams. And then the second half is .gu and all the stuff they released after.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, obviously for one of my like, I was kind of lost with the names, but I remember, I even said it. I think I said it when we were talking about the watching like the bow stuff. I was like, you know what? I need some gear names here. Kovagrease is Kofadis, Conkeldurr is Holding Pillars, it's Pillarman, and Electros is Squid Game. I was feeling very creative, but the other three were obviously just Guilty Gear characters and Soul, Ram, and Chip. And then for the other one, this was the earlier team that I made. Which, surprisingly, the team which had both of the good Jins and Among Us and Terrakion was the first team that you need to do exactly, and no space in between, and it exactly fits. But this was like the team that I made first, and I had already named, so it was just like, all right, let me just do some fucking memes, because I can't think of any, and that's why. Instead of it being Daniel and Cooler Daniel, it was Daniel and Green Daniel. Green. And then Crocodile, the Labubu Rave, the Crocodile. Okay, I'll pull up Terrakion because it's a Choice Scarf Terrakion who shows up, clicks Rock Slide or Close Combat, takes a life, and leaves.
I don't think he killed anything.
It didn't, dude, because I only clicked Rock Slide ever, and actually no, I clicked Close Combat once, but that was when I was dying to Mach Punch anyway, so it didn't really matter. But that's the thing there, where it's like there's a format where there's something that's so fucking scary that everything is prepared to counter it, so it doesn't end up actually being able to do anything. And initially, I was Specs on Hydreigon, which is why it was called Trickshot. Initially, I was Specs Draco. But I ended up pivoting into Dragon Ball's Life Orb because it felt more flexible with a lot of my like. My team is literally called Fast Spread Spam, and the idea was literally that I can click Earthquake on something like Hydreigon and something like Terrakion and Life Orb, and being able to actually switch my moves and protect and stick to the field longer felt like it made more sense than being just here to drop a nuke. And then I don't know why Among Us is called Hello Mario, but I guess I had that meme in my head at that time when I was making the team. So yeah, it's not a lot of thought this time around. Sometimes you just are brain empty when you're making the teams, and it reflects in the names.
Fair. Understandable. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have just ran Sheer Force on Conkeldurr. No, I have Drain Punch. Never mind.
It doesn't give damage to Drain Punch.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't get boosted by Sheer Force, and Drain Punch still heals.
Really?
Yeah. It's
then yeah.
The only, I don't know why, but it's essentially like the secondary effects. It's essentially if it has it says something % chance to do something. Those are the moves boosted by Sheer Force, yeah. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't get boosted. But I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, because I didn't get Guts to proc at all.
Yeah, that's why I was lame more by myself. But I was still like, because obviously you click in Mach Punch and Rain Punch, I was still like, I'm still assuming it's Guts, so that's why I didn't want to Thunder Wave it, which is something I was planning at one point, but I was not trying to give you a Guts boost, because Guts boosted Conkeldurr, it has a lot of damages we could see. Even like, mine was -1 attack, and it was still like bringing stuff like Crocodile to Sash with one hit, even through all of that, and it's like, this guy hits pretty hard. I like Conkeldurr a lot. It's a cool Pokemon. It's very good. Sad that we don't have access to AV yet, which obviously makes it really good. But you know, Flamor Guts is pretty good. Anywho, that was a long ass episode, but these VGC episodes obviously always are because of the nature of the best of 3 stuff, and we also yapped a lot because we hadn't played in a while. So that's gonna do it though. We'll be back here next time with VGC 2012, the penultimate episode of Generation 5, and then we're moving on to the generation of Mega Evolutions. I'm very excited for that one, but
bro, I can't wait to bust out my boy.
Which one of them? There's Mega Alakazam, there's Mega Caesar, there's Mega Banette.
You'll see.
I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, we'll see you next time for more VGC. And have a great rest of your day. Peace.